Hey, what's up? Welcome back for another video. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. Today is a very highly anticipated day for me. This may be news to some people, but I really love Fletcher. I know I've never talked about her on here or done a video for her, but I'm obsessed. And I know this is gonna be good, so let's get into it. Obviously, today we are sitting down to listen to In Search of the Antidote by Fletcher. This album is 11 tracks. Out of those 11 tracks, I already know 3 of them. Doing Better, Lead Me On, Eras of Us, the 3 pre-releases, 3 for 3 if you ask me. Queer women just know how to make top tier pop music, and I've always said that. I'm so excited, let's go. This is my reaction to In Search of the Antidote by Fletcher, and we're gonna get started right now. Alright, this is track number 1, Maybe I Am.
Here I go again, holding up a match to everything I love.
Louder.
Tired to see the road in front of all these tears.
The way that she's like in a permanent state of turmoil, like, somebody help my girl out. She goes through it like no one I've ever come across in my lifetime. If anyone needs the antidote, it is her. No. 2 things. Number 1, don't fall for it. Don't let them tell you about yourself like that. Unless they are right, then maybe you should listen. But maybe they're not. What was the other thing I was... Oh, what I'm really obsessed with this era is how much she's just like fully leaned into like the rock sound and like the rock elements. Because if you know, you know, back when she was a blonde, back in the OG, what was the, was it called Finding Fletcher? Like the OG EP? Yeah, the black and white cover, we know her. If this looks familiar to you, you're a real one. I feel like she always kind of had this in her, but it was never really brought to the forefront until this era. And it pairs so nicely with her voice, I'm obsessed. Wow, what an intro. Maybe she's the gay Avril Lavigne. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, the rock sounds, the crazy lyrics. The reason I can't really fully come to her defense, and we can get into this more later, we're not going to. She is a Pisces. If you're a Pisces and you're watching this, skip ahead like 10 seconds. Seriously, what the f is wrong with them? The emotions are just so out of whack, so all over the place. You guys. Welcome back, Pisces. Said nothing bad. All good things. Very here for this, and if this is what's setting the tone for the rest of the album, I want it. Alright, track number 2 is Doing Better. This is my song. It's been on repeat since she released it. I almost didn't listen to it because I wanted to hear it with the album, but I couldn't stop myself. That being said, we're moving on to track number 3. This is Ego Talking.
And it's only after a lie when I go through it all. Have the time of your life to never love anybody else, right? You'll never fuck somebody harder, right? That's just my ego talking. Happy for you.
Okay. If one thing is true in this world, if there's one thing we can count on, it's that she is going to be so lyrically reckless. Oh my gosh, she just like has the perfect level of not giving a f. There's like a self-deprecating humor, but like a self-awareness, but like, it's just, it really hits for me. Because she's crazy, and I like that.
If you fall for someone else, you just killing time, right? Anybody else, right? I was born.
Whoa, that flowed nicely. Girl. I feel like I have a million thoughts and I'm trying to like grasp onto one to share, and they're whoa. One thing I love is like how do or die all of her feelings and like her relationships are. Everything is so vital. I feel like she's always in love as if it's the end of the world. And I can get behind that. I feel like that's the kind of love we should all strive for. I also love that I can always expect to have a good laugh or two when I listen to her albums for the first time. Some of her lyrics give me a good chuckle here and there, I'm not gonna lie. She's a funny girl, and you can tell that when you listen to her interviews, and I do love that that translates into her music as well. I had something else I wanted to say about this song, but it has escaped me. So maybe I'll move on and I'll just let you know if it comes back to me. I was gonna say this is one that I'm excited to listen to again, but I feel like that sentiment will apply to most of these songs, so. Alright, track number 4 is Lead Me On. Big fan of that song, love the power in that song, love the build in that song. That being said, we're moving on to track number 5, Two Things Can Be True. And I love this track title because I use that phrase all the time. So I'm interested to hear what she's applying that to.
Did we take it too far?
Yeah.
Maybe did I regret it then?
Yeah.
No. Do I regret now that we don't talk? Yeah.
She's just like me.
Should've liked it every time we touched. Yeah. Now you found someone else to hold you. Two things can be true. He can love you, baby, and baby, I can too. Things they can be. You can have his body and still think I'm mine too. You still call me.
She's so toxic!
Did I expect this outcome?
She's truly my favorite toxic ass bitch. I say that with all the love in the world, cause like she's really kind of fucking crazy. Oh my god. But something in her music really speaks to me, so like what does that say about me? That makes me a little concerned. You know what maybe it might be? There's kind of like a she always has like a really, really strong confidence while simultaneously having an element of self-deprecation. I think those two things together, like being able to poke fun at how insane you are, but also still having like all of the confidence in the world to say some of the shit that she's saying and getting away with it. That's amazing. And I think maybe that's what's speaking to me. Now there's a man in the equation too, like it just keeps getting messier. That's the laugh of a psycho. Quick shout out to the vocals because I just realized I haven't mentioned that yet, but I do really, really love her voice. Maybe I did say that. Well, in case I didn't, let me say it right now. I feel like her vocals really improve every single album. She just sounds better and better, and love her. Two Things Can Be True is giving red flags everywhere, but that's okay. I think the lyrics are really clever. I think it's very fun. Being toxic can be fun sometimes. Alright, track number 6 is Eras of Us, a lovely song, extremely Fletcher core, so Fletcher coded from start to finish. The first time I heard it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then once I found out the backstory of the song, I was like, that really makes sense. That being said, we're moving on to track number 7, Attached to You.
She'd make you your favorite dish, she'd be obsessed with you quick, so she doesn't get attached to you. Probably bond over springs, thinking how much you both love me. Come to think of it, I think
Come on, commitment issues. I had a feeling something like this was coming. Yeah, I don't know. It was only a matter of time. But you wanna know what? I can't even be mad at her because so many of these songs are about all of the heartbreak, all of the hardship, and it's like you can only take so much before you start taking matters into your own hands. Before you develop defense mechanisms. Like, at a certain point, it's like, maybe I shouldn't be doing all this anymore. Maybe I should. It's clearly not working. Maybe we should come up with a new strategy such as isolation, you know? Like celibacy. Hey! The way that lyric struck me, concerning. That was a little triggering and you all just witnessed it live, and I hate that for me. After all that, she really said, I'd rather walk on glass than give someone the opportunity to hurt me. Right, okay. She's very real for that. I love that this one kind of has like a classic rock feel to it, especially at certain parts. I think the verses are very, very cute, very, very sweet. Kind of starting to get a little more into that like sensitive side of her and that vulnerable side, which does make me a little bit nervous that we're headed somewhere very scary in the album. Oh, the next song's called Crush, Kill Me Now. But Attached to You I think is really relatable, especially for anyone that's been, you know, hurt which is probably everyone. So great work here. Thanks, girl. All right, this is track number 8, Crush.
Bleeding. First time we cut was the deepest. Best when I'm lost in your ocean. I'm away from all the emotion. Rip out my guts. You crush me under the weight of your body. And you me. Crush me. Oh, you.
Interesting. I like that we're taking like a literal interpretation of having a crush on someone, basically.
Me back to the ground, baby, I ain't no virgin. I'm come on, I tell you to love me. Wondering why you
That was good.
was letting you go. You crush me.
One thing that she's gonna do is like take the meaning of the song and then like flip it at the end. Or like put a new spin on it, a new interpretation of it. I feel like she does that all the time. It helps keep my attention because I have no attention span. So that's a big plus for me. This reminds me of, does it remind me of, God, Feels, right? From Sex Tapes? Feel. This reminds me of Feel. By far the most vulnerable song on the album so far. God forbid I have a crush on someone and have to listen to this song. That would absolutely push me over the edge. So people with crushes who recently had a first listen of this song, I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. That was probably brutal. All right, this is track number 9, Pretending.
Crack a joke about kissing me, about going there, about loving me, as if that shit wouldn't wreck me, as if I'm all I got. Don't keep on pretending.
First of all, my girl, vocalist Fletcher, has re-entered the building. She said, let me just wail real quick. The sound of this song is so reminiscent of You Ruined New York City for me. That EP, this kind of feels like that vibe. Also, why is she always like running into her exes? Is this based on a true story? Is this another incident? Like, I've never seen any of my exes anywhere. Knock on wood, oh my God. And I feel like she has a new song every other day about running into an ex somewhere. Like, girl, where the are you seeing them? Stop going there.
I say it now, you're everything, turn back around, when you
Ugh. I love that the build up to the chorus is like this gritty, like, and then after she says we're gonna keep pretending, it's like, like we transition very literally into this like fake fairy tale world where everything is like, okay, you know, oh, it's fine, we're pretending. That's a very, very cute like production detail. Sing!
we'll both keep on pretending.
I feel like this is me because this feels like an entire story, an entire situation, an entire narrative that fully takes place like inside of her own head. And if that ain't me, because one thing I'm gonna do is create a narrative and then just go along with it. Like Loki, a master of pretending. So I like this one because I relate. And I feel like she wrote this just for me. That's the pretending I'm doing. And I think if I ran into my exes as much as she apparently does, I would consider moving, but that's neither here nor there. Great song. All right, this is track number 10, Joyride. I love how much guitar is on this album. I just really need to say that.
In the kitchen, we just for like 6 hours now. You're dripping down my leg. Then you kissed me and I thought, how the f did these things were so damn good together.
I'm actually sick. Because why we got so graphic so fast? Less than a minute ago we were in Delulu land, and now I'm watching gay so
Now I'm just forgetting all my exes. I think she's out of my league, and I'm out of my mind. I wanna take it out for a joyride.
this is like we found someone new to test drive.
You want me somebody with a mind that's converted as mine. You don't have to be the rest of my life. I love you forever like a husband. Now like a boyfriend, right?
Oh! She's playing Marry, Kill, but this person is all three. Listen, Miss Ma'am, it's the way we went from being so vulnerable and so real on Crush and Pretending to being so horny on Joyride. Like the whiplash I got from that transition. But that's kind of real, like that's kind of how life goes. I mean, you know what they say. The only way to get over someone is to write an album. What did you think I was gonna say?
I'm just forgetting all my exes. I think she's out of my
Good, I like that for you.
Take it out for a joyride.
Aww. It's all well and good until she catches feelings for this girl and the next album's about her. Spoiler alert. This all sounds great in theory, but you think you're using someone to get over an ex and then BAM! Feelings again and the cycle repeats itself. Ugh. Life's not fair. This song I really enjoy. I think one reason I really like it is that it's definitely the most like lighthearted feeling song on the album. It just kind of feels like a fresh start, a new beginning. I love that feeling. And I love the way that she captured it. I also think I wasn't really fully expecting us to go here. I think I anticipated that once we were down bad, we would just stay down. All right. This album was too short, damn it. We are moving on to track number 11, which is sadly the last track on this album, Antidote. So I guess also technically the title track. Oh, over 4 minutes. Come on, length. We're getting like a proper outro.
Launch me into your sky. Let everybody talk. They all got their songs to toss. I get high on your new rock and roll. You are my antidote.
Very classic rock, very timeless sounding. I like that so far. It feels very like open for interpretation. It feels like the antidote could be like a lot of things, a lot of people. I don't know if that's true or not, but I kind of like that feeling. That maybe the antidote, you know, is different for everyone.
It's free like an open road. Dopamine say you're my sanity
I liked that. That felt extremely like the end of a movie, roll the credits. You know, when someone like gets in the car's driving away, the camera's zooming out, you see the landscape, trees, the open road ahead, credits rolling. This song is playing. Resolution has been achieved. You know, that's what this feels like to me. It feels very conclusive, so it's definitely the perfect way to close out the album. Also, like I said, it just feels very classic. This song will age well for sure. I think the simplicity of it makes it feel very like peaceful. All right, well that does already bring us to the conclusion of this album, which is kind of f***ed up because I definitely want more, but alas. This album, I think, especially in comparison to her last album, this one to me feels like it has more of a clear, concise story, start to finish. There's really nothing on this album that I think I would skip. I would probably listen to the whole thing, start to finish. I really just love the sound of it. I love that she leaned into the rock sound, and I think that the lyrics and the vocals are as strong as ever. This is a true Fletcher album through and through, that is for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and slide a little ranking of the album right over here for you so you can see how I felt about everything after my first initial listen. As always, please drop your every and any thought in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about these songs and the album as a whole, but that is just about gonna wrap it up for this video. I would like to thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.